Yeah, Pasa YouTube, what's up? How's it going? Everybody, 6foot Hacks here with y'all today for another Wi-Fi battle. This time it's going to be in the UU tier. Now, for those of you looking at my team, this is not a regular Houndoom. This is actually Mega Houndoom because UU is actually going to be getting some new toys in the coming hours. Actually, by the time this goes up, I think the updates may be live on Showdown, or they'll be updated later tonight when this is uploaded. But Mega Houndoom with Breloom and Buzzwole are all going to be in the UU tier. Actually, Mega Houndoom is legal now, and then Buzzwole and Breloom are going to be suspect tested, so that's pretty awesome. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the awesome battle. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button down below and answer the comment question of the day. We are facing my buddy Scep, aka Gandhi. So going into this match, much like my Wi-Fi battle from yesterday, this man just has 6 purely offensive threats, and you guys are going to see that this Ditto is literally the bane of my existence in this battle. This Ditto is so annoying, so annoying. Alright, I'm gonna be leading off with my Gliscor as he ends up leading off with the Ditto, which kind of sucks. I didn't want to lead with something like my Muck, my Latias, or potentially my Azumarill on the off chance that he led with Darmanitan, or if he was like Rocks lead Komoa, that could have been very likely, but I unintentionally give him Rocks here because he did transform into me. But because 99% of Dittos are Choice Scarfed, I'm expecting him to be locked into the Stealth Rocks here. As he does try to go for them again, this will allow me to bring in my Azumarill, and I expected him to try and sack off his Gengar, because so long as I have my Houndoom and my Alolan Muck, Gengar is not really doing anything, so that's actually why I decided to go for the knockoff as opposed to going for the Play Rough, which could have been very likely here, as I would have been able to easily 2 KO the Feraligatr. And the original version of this team was supposed to have Whirlpool Perish Song Azumarill, but for the life of me, I could not get one to work or be eligible to go through Wi-Fi, so I just slapped on Belly Drum Azumarill. And of course, because of Ditto, I'm not really going to be doing too much with this Azumarill, but I am able to get rid of the Feraligatr, which late game after a Dragon Dance or 2 would have just bent me over basically. So that's one giant threat out of the way. As in comes the Azumarill, or the Ditto, sorry, that transforms into the Azumarill, my Azumarill. I will be able to switch directly into my Gliscor because I have Aqua Jet. I'm expecting him to want to go for the Play Rough here. Luckily, even though he is most likely Choice Scarfed, since Azumarill is very slow, I will still be able to outspeed him and roost off the damage, which is super nice, because now the following turn I can not only live another Play Rough, but I can go for the Earthquake, then guarantee outspeed him and recover off the damage again. There's always the chance that he will also miss the Play Rough, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's only 90 accuracy. So yeah, there was always that slight chance. But going for the Earthquake here, I thought was definitely my good play, just on the off chance that he also was not choiced and maybe tried to go for the Belly Drum, thinking I would go for the Roost. I really wanted to Earthquake that turn to guarantee damage off on his Ditto so it wouldn't be able to Belly Drum. So he ends up bringing the Komoa here because I do have the Citrus Berry after Rocks. It will activate, so I was kind of hoping that maybe I could live a hit if he was Specs, or as he turns out to be Dragon Dance here, I could maybe live a hit the following turn, but I don't think this Azumarill is actually running a lot of HP investment. And on the off chance that I could live a hit, I decided to go for the Play Rough because that extra little bit of damage with Aqua Jet I don't really think would have mattered too much, because I still have my Latias in the back. I have Scarf Latias, so because this thing did not get up to +2, I can safely bring in Latias here and just knock this out with the Ice Beam. I don't want to go for Psychic because he's got the Absol in the back. I don't want to go for Draco Meteor because I put myself at -2 and I would potentially miss knowing my luck, so I felt like Ice Beam there was just kind of my safest play, although it does invite him to bring in the Darmanitan here. He also could have potentially brought in the Absol, but he ends up bringing in Darmanitan here. Obviously, I'm locked into the Ice Beam, so I can't afford to stay in here, and I'm going to decide to switch into my Gliscor here, thinking that he would just go safely for the U-turn, but he ends up going for the Rock Slide, and this Rock Slide does way too much damage. There is no way that this is a Scarf Darmanitan. Like, I was thinking maybe this is Banded Darmanitan, which is very likely considering that that Rock Slide is easily able to 2 KO my Gliscor. If he was Scarfed, I would have been able to recover out of range with my Poison Heal and then gone for the Roost. So this is a little bit of a nuisance, because if this is Banded Darmanitan, which it makes a lot of sense since he has Ditto, and again, those are typically Scarfed, so I'm thinking he has Scarf Ditto with Banded Darmanitan, which is pretty solid core. But banking on him being locked into Rock Slide, I'm gonna bring in my Lucario, and I'm about to just kind of corkscrew something, and something's just gonna drop because Gengar's gone. If he leaves in Darmanitan, I'm pretty positive he is locked into Rock Slide, so I can knock that out with Corkscrew Crash into an E-Speed. But he decides to sack off his Gengar here, which is absolutely amazing. And I never knew that Cursed Body could disable Z-move, so I thought that was actually pretty funny there that he got the Cursed Body on my Z-move, but not like the actual Steel-type move that turned it into Corkscrew Crash there. So yeah, you learn something new every day. As in comes Lucario, I'm very terrified of him going for the close combat. Even if he does want a Meteor Mash here, my Latios can easily live a Meteor Mash, and then I should be able to pick him off with the Psychic, or I could go for the Draco Meteor, expecting him to switch, which is what I do, because I didn't think he would stay in to sacrifice his Ditto like this, but Draco still does a good amount of damage, and I know that another Meteor Mash will knock me out unless he misses, and that really sucks, man. I didn't want that miss at all, and I'm not gonna deny that that was not very handy to me, because I can still potentially keep my Latios around, and I can go for another Draco Meteor, which is gonna be super nice, because as he switches out here into the Absol, I'm able to get off a huge hit. But depending on what set this thing was exactly running, I do still have my Muck in the back, and then if it really came down to it, I could have potentially brought in my Mega Houndoom, and if I want a Speed Tie, I would have been able to knock him out with the Fire Blast. But I fully expected him here to go for the Pursuit, because I thought he would try to trap my Latios, considering that he would have been able to knock me out, although he could have potentially expected me to expect a Sucker Punch, and then maybe I would have switched out there, or he didn't want to take the chance of me not being able to knock him out. I don't know. I'm not sure why he superpowered there. He definitely called me switching out. That's the only reason I can expect why he wanted to go for superpowered there, as he is going to be able to two-shot my Alolan Mug. This is not entirely too bad, because what this does allow me to do is bring in my Lucario here. Even though I'm not Life Orbed, I do still have the Extreme Speed. He is at -2 defense, so I should be able to easily knock him out here with the E-Speed, and I do out-prioritize Sucker Punch, so even though Mega Absol is faster than me, Sucker Punch is only +1 priority, as where Extreme Speed is +2 priority, so I will be able to knock him out there, even if he did want to try and go for the Sucker Punch. As in comes the Darmanitan. I decide just to go for the Extreme Speed here, because I can easily bring in my Mega Houndoom to revenge kill this Darmanitan, and I think this is where if I was adamant, I actually would have been able to knock him out with the E-Speed. But this is fine, because at this point, I'm still set on this being a potential banded Darmanitan. So if he had knocked out my Latios, and this same sequence of plays had gone the same, I would have had to bring in my Mega Houndoom here, as I knock out the Darmanitan. Ditto comes in and transforms into my Houndoom, and then at that point it came down to whether or not he was able to either knock me out or flinch me with the Dark Pulse, and then he was able to live my Fire Blast or Dark Pulse, depending on whichever I went for, which, judging from this amount of HP, was most likely going to be the Dark Pulse there. So yeah, that miss really sucks. I don't want to say that it didn't change the game, because it very well could have changed the game, but it was in the end very handy for me, and I was able to take advantage of it. And yeah, that's again Pokemon for you. We've been here plenty of times before. Either way, hope you guys did enjoy the fun, intense battle. Shouts out to my buddy Scep here for giving me an awesome battle. Hopefully y'all did enjoy. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button down below and answer the comment question of the day. There's so many new toys in UU once again, and I'm so excited to use Buzzwole and Breloom as well when they are legally able to be used in UU, which again should be sometime a couple hours after this video goes live, if the post is exactly following the 24 hours from when it said it'll go live from the post being posted on the forums. Actually, I'll leave a link to the forums in the description. You guys can go check the post out and all that. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. With that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. So thank you all for watching. Later, everybody.
No matter where you're at, I'm not here to make friends, it's time to attack and deplete your HP with a final smash. Don't make me turn around and pull a 6-foot hacks. 6 foot hacks, yeah. 6 foot hacks, yeah. 6 foot hacks.